Mr. Payne, at least he and Mr. Lockett were not in an accident. But this is another circumstance of someone just going out and drinking and then driving home. He wasn't really going very far. But again, he was more than 2 times the legal limit and he had a high blood alcohol level. This was reduced to impaired driving. So we will be able to keep his license to drive back and forth to work. He also has 2 previous MIPs and two previous traffic accidents. And he's only 22 years old. Fortunately, he didn't hit anybody or almost kill anybody, but he was out drinking. And then he was just out drinking. He was going to drive home, which is a thing, which is why we're going to have 200 drunk drivers this year. Ms. Harden, you've been sitting here listening to our discussions today. What's your thought?
Thank you, Your Honor. For the record, this is a city ordinance case. I know Mr. George was handling it. He's who I've been negotiating with,
Yes.
But it's mentioned he's in trial today. I believe Mr. Frazine prepared an accurate report. It highlights what was going on the date in question and gives some insight into Mr. Payne's life. He's gainfully employed. He does have a history with minor possession, but as the court's aware, he is a young man. He's, again, gainfully employed, living in the area. And he immediately took responsibility for his actions. I think the recommendation is appropriate. I've advised him that there's going to be some services recommended on probation, and he's expected to complete those, stay out of trouble. And as the court does like to put it, this is a timeout on alcohol, and I think that's something that he needs to kind of reevaluate things due to his age. So I would ask the court to adopt the recommendation as presented. Thank you.
Mr. Frazine, anything to add?
I think it pretty much got covered. Obviously, with the 2 previous MIPs and the driving, I think we overcome that presumption. At least that's how I took this. He was very respectful when I spoke to him. I think he'll do well in probation. Being his age and with his past history already, I think obviously a longer term probation is very merited here with some services. I went over what the expectations were. So I think he's pretty well prepared to do it, and I don't think he'll have any problems following through with this, Your Honor.
Mr. Payne, what would you like to tell me?
I don't really have anything.
All right.
I mean, obviously I took responsibility.
Well, you did.
Do it again. Yeah.
You're young, and so far 3 of the people were young, and you're out doing what 22-year-olds do. You're drinking beer at different places. Then you go to Applebee's. You got a cooler in your car. You got a case of beer in the back seat. Very reckless and irresponsible. That's just what you do. You go have softball and then you drink beers. Then you get in your car and you drive. Then you go to Applebee's. You drink more beers and then you drive. That's how people get killed. That's how 22-year-olds get arrested for drunk driving and just not thinking about the consequences. Advertisements, Mothers Against Drunk Drivers, people like me railing in the darkness. Stop doing this. It looks like fun in the Applebee's commercials. Everybody's in there having an appetizer and a beer until the store closes, and then they drive home when they're drunk. It's all fun till it isn't. Now, you were driving a little screwy, which is what calls you to the attention of the police officer. And then they pulled you over for just a license plate light. But you were in for in it with both feet. You got a cooler and an open case of beer in your car. This was August 9th, which was a Friday night going into Saturday morning. So at least maybe you didn't have to work the next day. I think your batting average goes down the more beers you drink while you're waiting. I didn't know they let you drink beer at Armstrong Park. Apparently they do, or they don't notice. I didn't think any alcohol was allowed there. Anyway, I'm glad it wasn't worse than this. You got 2 prior MIPs, you got an open case, the cans aren't open, but you got beer in the car. You're gonna, yes,
I think you're just agreeing with you, Your Honor.
yeah, they're
I
not,
was listening, sorry.
yeah, well, they're not, it wasn't open intox, but it's clear that you got a cooler and you got beers in the car. And beers that aren't in the cooler. You're 22 and this is the 3rd time you got charged with an alcohol offense. Prosecutor cut you a break for impaired. That's from the city of Three Rivers. That carries a $300 fine, $75 crime victims' rights fee, and a $50 state minimum fee. $100 screening fee, $150 attorney fee. $960. They did a 24-month probation. You'll be, I'm gonna do a 12-month probation, $480. They didn't ask for a police reimbursement. They're not very good at that. And I'm not gonna order one in this particular case. We didn't have an accident. And the victim impact panel. $1,187. If you do it in less than 6 months or a year, could be reduced by half. All right, we're gonna victim impact panel, drug and alcohol testing, including marijuana, substance abuse counseling and treatment as directed, and no alcohol, no controlled substances, including marijuana. I think the guy indicated you did use some marijuana sometimes. It was one of the others. I don't know. I'd be interested to know how many of our drunk drivers also have a THC component. But
And talking to Mr. Payne, he indicates he does not use marijuana.
all right,
I've never done it.
maybe it was Mr. Lockett. All right, again, no alcohol, no accident, no injuries, but just an attitude of I'm gonna just go drink a bunch of beer and then drive my car. So this is a timeout. Again, you don't want to get another one of these.
That's right.
If you get 2 of them, you get revoked, meaning you could go the whole rest of your life without ever having a lawful license. Let's get on my nose here. Good morning, sir. You Kamari Lockett?
Yes, sir.
You've been watching with interest to hear what's going on in these previous cases. You got a son, and you just saw these 2 22-year-old boys
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
doing the kind of stuff where people end up dead. This is another Three Rivers case. It was charged with operating while intoxicated, reduced to impaired driving. The probation agent, Autumn Kiefer, isn't available today. And the city attorney is not here, so it's just you, me, and Mr. Bush. Mr. Bush, what would you like me to know?
Mr. Lockett has been very cooperative in my office. I know he has strong feelings about probation, and he indicated to the probation screener that he probably wouldn't be a good candidate for probation. He tells me, though, that he wants to be a barber and he wants to be a grandfather. Those are the 2 things he talks about almost exclusively when we discuss this case. He's been crime-free for upwards of 15 years. This is his first drinking and driving. if he's gonna go it without probation, I would ask the court to sentence him on the bottom end of the guidelines.
All right, Mr. Lockett, is there anything you want to tell me?
No, I mean, well, not really. I mean, I made a mistake. I gotta own up to it. Just won't make it the same one again. I tell you that.
Well, that's good advice. Some of that is a wisdom of being older. But you were 2 times the legal limit. You were gonna go get something from your daughter, a granddaughter, some medication, but you're way too drunk to be driving around town. And when you get that drunk, you lose your judgment. And it's like, well, I can just drive up to the store and I'll be all right. Well, maybe you can't. You don't have any priors. Your priors are so old and so irrelevant. They aren't anything. So to me, it looks like you got no record at all.
I've been
But-
trying to keep my nose clean, man.
Yes. And you're driving with your lights turned off, which will get you pulled over every single time. You don't wish to do a probation, and you could probably use a timeout too. They gave you an impaired, so you'll be able to keep your restricted license.
He doesn't have a licensure.
Hmm. All right, $300 fine, $75 crime victims' rights fee, $50 state minimum fee, $100 screening fee, $150 attorney fee. Let's see if Three Rivers did a police reimbursement in this one. No, we're not supposed to order it unless they ask for it. I guess we have some discretion. No probation. I'm gonna order 3 days jail credit 1, leaving 2 days to serve, which will be done on a weekend. Do you want to do it this weekend and get it over with?
What's today?
Today's Monday.
Yes, I might as well get it over, get it out the way.
We'll do it 7 PM on Friday, November 14.
And that will be 7.
7 PM to 7 PM Sunday night.
Okay.
I think you probably already know a lot about barbering. But in order to do it legally, you need to get a license.
Yes, sir.
I bet you're pretty good at it, but
I've been doing over 30 years.
all right. Now let's add up the fine here. 300 plus 125 plus 100 plus 150. I didn't even order the victim impact panel, $675. I'm gonna make that due by February 15th. Give you some time to pay it.
Do I ain't gotta pay all at once, then I make payments?
Yeah, you can make payments. In fact, you can stop out and see the ladies about that.
All right.
All right, now you gotta go to jail Friday night. If you
Yeah.
don't, you'll be in contempt, and I expect that you'll show up and take
Oh,
your
no,
lunch.
ain't.
And then if I see you at Myers or something, I'll say hello, but how about if you don't come in here?
Oh, no, you won't see me no more here.
All right,
That you will not do.
that's what I'm looking for.
Oh, yeah.
All right, you're good to go.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
They gonna give me a paper to Show me how much of.
Yeah, you go see the ladies at the counter.
Okay, thank you.